Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today I'll be reviewing Ratigan from Disney Villainous, Evil Comes Prepared. If you like my content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you want to support me in other ways, you can also become a member of Mythical Meeples or support me on Patreon. There's links in the description below, where you can gain access to more content, sneak previews and behind the scenes. Today I'll be reviewing Ratigan from Evil Comes Prepared. Ratigan is my favourite villain to play as from Evil Comes Prepared, and probably the easiest in this box. So I rank my Disney villains with 3 different ranks of difficulty: easy, medium, hard. Ratigan definitely falls into the easy category. He's a great villain to play and a firm favourite in our house. He's the only villain whose objective can completely change mid-game. When playing Ratigan, I often find the second objective, to defeat Basil, is the one that causes Ratigan to win more often. Ratigan must gain lots of power to play the Robot Queen, which means that when Basil is played, he can field allies with ease, which he uses to defeat Basil. Ratigan wants to focus on playing as many gears as possible to reduce the cost of the Robot Queen, and then move her quickly to Buckingham Palace, using ruffians for extra actions or the airship to take her straight there. Ratigan has a very straightforward strategy to start with. You want to accumulate as much power as you can, dig through your deck to find the Robot Queen, and then move the Robot Queen to Buckingham Palace. Along the way you might have to defeat the Mouse Queen, who stops you achieving your victory of the Robot Queen, and you may have to defeat Basil if he is played as well. Your general strategy then is to discard cards to find the Robot Queen, activate Fidget's List to help find the Robot Queen, and play cards that will gain you power, such as Greatest Criminal Mind. So I'm just going to go through my top 3 cards now. These aren't necessarily ones that directly achieve your goal. So for instance, the Robot Queen would always be number 1 card, but to allow for a more interesting review, I'm going to pick those that don't necessarily directly achieve the goal, but help you but may indirectly benefit you. So my first card is Felicia, and by extension, the Bell. Felicia is your strongest ally, and one of the strongest allies in the game, although she has a hefty cost to reflect this, costing either 5 power or 3 power and an ally. She's perfect for vanquishing Basil and the Mouse Queens, 2 heroes that directly affect your victory, but can be used to defeat any hero single-handedly, provided the makeshift parachute hasn't been attached to them. I find it best to hold Felicia in your hand and play her after the hero you need to defeat is played, so that your opponent can't play the hero at a different location. You can also claim Felicia back from your discard pile or searching through your deck for her using the Bell. While you'll mainly want to use Felicia to defeat Basil or the Mouse Queen, you may also benefit from killing Toby with her. As Toby has a strength of 6, he's really hard for you to defeat, requiring multiple ruffians or uniforms and Bartholomew. Next card in my top 3 is the Tools, and also by extension, the Gears. Ratigan has a lot of items, and Tools reduces the cost of all of them by 1, which means a lot of your cards, such as the Gears, will be free. Although Tools doesn't directly have a big impact on the Robot Queen, reducing her from 15 to 14 power, it does obviously impact a lot of your other cards, such as Gears and Airship. As Ratigan needs to reach 15 power to play the Robot Queen, this means you can achieve the necessary power significantly faster. Tools synergizes well with Gears, as I've mentioned, as each gear essentially becomes free power at the cost of a play. The earlier you play Tools, the better, as you'll benefit more in the long run. Be warned though, Tools will be a target of Basil and Sabotage, as your opponents will look to get rid of it as soon as they can. My third and final card for my top 3 is the Ruffians. The Ruffians are great allies. While not individually strong, they allow you to perform an action at a location where they're played, perfect for getting those extra plays or moving the robot queen. I generally use them to gain power by playing them to either Flavisham's Toy Shop or Big Ben, meaning they're essentially free, but you could play them to other locations depending on your current needs. You have several copies of Ruffians in your deck, and they'll be your main way of removing annoying heroes. Now, I want to give a special mention to the airship. The airship is great for sneaking in an unexpected victory. Whilst your opponent focuses on covering up your move and item or ally spots, you can play the airship. If you wait until you've played the Robot Queen, and then play the airship whilst at the secret lair, you activate it to move the Robot Queen straight to Buckingham Palace. This bypasses the 3 to 5 turns it would otherwise take to move the Queen. So the reason I haven't included this in my top 3 is, for me, its only real benefit is to move the Robot Queen, and it's just essential for your victory. And as I said before, I want to make this review slightly more interesting than just talking about the cards that directly contribute to your victory. So that's it from me. Overall, I really enjoy Ratigan. I enjoy his play style. I think he's fairly well balanced. He's a little bit on the stronger side, but will pair up well with most other villains, and is relatively easy for new players to learn, with those little extra strategies for more experienced players as well. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as I said before, if you want to support me, then head over to Mythical Meeples and become a member, or support me on Patreon. And I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.